Today I'm going to share with you the 5 critical elements to help you get your deck flat, level, and square. If you're building one yourself, this will help you avoid costly mistakes. And if you're hiring a contractor, these are the things you're going to want to make sure they're getting right. All right, so when you're building a deck, you basically have 3 options. You can do a floating deck, you can do concrete footings that go below the frost line, or you can use a helical pile. And because this is my forever home and I want this deck to last more than 50 years, I'm going with helical pile. Where I live, a floating deck is really fantastic for people who want to get a deck close to the ground, who don't want to have to engage in the permit process. Now with the helical pile, we can drive a huge disc into the ground and the operator can tell us how much strength or how much resistance there is, no matter what the soil conditions, to hold the capacity of the deck as laid out by the engineer. Helical pile drives my footing below the frost line. So over the next 50 years, no matter how crazy the weather gets, I can be guaranteed it's never going to heave. All right, so we've got all of our helical piles in. Now we're just going to be backfilling our holes, trying to grade the area a little bit flat. We've got to throw our geotextile down, and then we've got about 2 yards of crushed stone that we're going to go throw on top. This is going to create a weed barrier for us so that nothing can grow up from underneath, and then we're ready to start building. Now this is a method called storyboarding, and this allows you to count for every building material and every layer of the process so that you can have a visual aid to make sure that you're building to the right heights and the right dimensions. This is the height of the beam. 9 1/8 is the height of a floor joist package, and that's what this represents. Our stairs go from from finished decking. We need another single inch for finished decking. Okay, so just hold that there for now. Your stairs, when you're building, you don't want it perfectly level. You want it falling towards the upstairs, not away from the upstairs. Yeah, there you go, that's the concept.
Gotcha.
Right about there. Okay, my stair riser on this machine is 7.5. And that's with 6. So that's where it would attach to have the right angle. The stair riser is 7.5 inches. This one right now is only 6.5. It's 6.
Yep.
So that means there's another 1.5 inches of framing. That, whatever that 1.5 inches is, let's actually measure that in properly. I'm like crazy.
Good guess.
Not my first rodeo. That's the line of the top deck before decking.
Okay.
So that gets that to 7.5. So then when you put your decking on and your stair treads, everything's consistent. I'm going to have a post underneath this beam. That's the only unknown. We know the height of the beam. We know the height of the joist. We know the height of the decking. That's the height of the stair bracket. That's the height to the top of the deck before the decking goes on. And that which is what this represents. So the distance between here and here is
the height of our post.
My 6x6 post.
Wow.
And from the beginning. There we go. Keep going way down, way down, way down, way down, way down. Okay. Lift up. And woo, get your other block in there. It got knocked off.
I got tickled.
Okay, we're good. Oh, okay. When you're building, the goal is to make things square. But in order to make square, you have to start from square, okay? It's kind of like doing drywall. So this is the end of our deck. It'll be the end of the deck, the same dimension on this layer and that lower level. So by attaching this board to the side of the ledger and putting a level on it, we now translated the end of our deck down to the ground. What we're doing with this piece of plywood is putting it flush against the foundation wall up to that board. This is like a giant square. If I cut it into a weird ass triangle and cut the middle out and put a bunch of numbers on it, you'd believe me that it was a square. Sheet goods come square. You can use any sheet of plywood or OSB you want. Now that line, the outside of my deck has been translated all the way to this point. Okay? And I know that my deck is out exactly 2 inches now that I close that gap. Never stops. Everything's always moving around here. So from my post, I'm gonna put a mark. Here, that's my 2-inch mark. Now, Matt and I are gonna lift up said beam, move it over until this line is right off the edge of that 6x6. We now have established the edge of our deck.
Oh, you should have a taste of my nan's brickle brackle. With the side of baked beans on toast. Brickle brackle and squabbly wash.
Squabbly wash? Really? That's awesome. What the hell is squabbly wash? So I'm putting a mark on this
Favorite rocket ship.
1 by 1 inch off the corner. And the reason I'm doing this, I'm creating a pivot point. We screwed to this. Right here is still the edge of the deck. But I don't know where that is 14 feet out. Could be anywhere, right? So, we're gonna go with Pythagorean theorem. Love a little trick numbers. Everybody talks about 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna go 3 times 3, which is 9. 9, 12, and 15. All right, that's how we're gonna square this bad boy off today. Right there. So I'm measuring 9 feet over, but every one of these helical piles was measured center line off the wall. Okay? So it's supposed to be completely perpendicular. I'm gonna come all the way down here. 12. 12 feet.
Is my mic on?
All right.
It is.
Dear Lord.
Joe smells funny, Dad.
I got it screwed together over there. I got it screwed together here, inch and an inch. So this entire structure can move on these posts. Ho, ho, ho! How do you like me now?
Are you joking?
You see that? There's a screw over there. And I got my 12 mark over here, because 4 times 3 is 12. And the other side of that triangle should be 15. Okay, so I can stretch it really good. So now I'm a ½ an inch out. Right? And so in order for me to find the 15, I gotta go this way. Here's my 15 mark. And this is what happens. The further I go, look where it goes. All right, so all I gotta do is move that mark, which is the 12 feet, until my 15 mark meets up with it. Now here we go. It's gonna be over here somewhere. Bam. Now I'm square. That's perfect.
Every time?
I'll tell you what, that is so square and perfect, it's disgusting. Can I have my little black square triangle thing? All right, so before we touch anything over here, because that post is in position, this is my rim. It's lined up flush. Perfect. I'm just gonna mark my center line on this, and we're good to go. Okay, done. Now we unscrew this bad boy. There we go. Now for the rest of my job,
Is that a protractor?
I got a 4 foot by a 5 foot square that cost me 20 bucks. Okay, come to your side a little bit, right up against that wood. Tell me that isn't perfect.
Wow.
Okay, so now it's like, yeah, okay, so we've got the capacity to hit square here.
110%, yep.
All right,
Okay,
that's all we need to know for now.
cool.
Some of these are really thin and some of these are really thick. So what I want to do now, Matt, is just identify the thin ones and then pull them out. So let's go thin ones to the left, because I really want to have off the stairs perfect.
Okay, so we'll
Because
grab...
the stairs are going to be on metal. Yeah, this one for sure.
Yeah, so we'll just drag it over, set it here for now, and then we can re-crown it.
But these 4 are basically all the same.
Okay.
This one's a little higher. And I'm thinking the next 2
Are the same as these
are
4?
the same as these 4. So let's pull this one out over to this gap.
Okay.
Just right here. Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good package.
This one's pretty high.
That one's high in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's move this one down.
Okay.
Just like we did over there. So we'll start with the highest one here.
Crown to the right, okay.
And then we got this one, crown to the right. We'll just go on top.
Yeah.
And then this guy, crown to the left. Okay.
Okay.
So now we squeeze these.
That's pretty good joist package right there.
Okay. This one has to go in front of these two.
And I'm going to scissor that right there. Okay.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Decent, decent.
So the secret is knowing where your cutoffs are. A lot of the warp happens on a board at the last couple feet. So we're going to be cutting off almost 2 feet. So if I'm looking at this, I mean, that's pretty darn sweet. So then we're judging here and we're judging here. Like in the main body of, look at that. That is almost perfect as far as the straight edge is concerned. Well, here's my square. Here's my factory edge. Look how tight that is. That's not bad at all. And then we come up a couple feet closer. That's pretty darn good. Obviously a couple of high spots here. Now, so we've got them graded, we've got them crowned, we've got them planed, we've got them ranked from tallest to smallest. Now the only thing left to do is to start doing a layout. So the first one goes right on the edge, and it's going to be a LVL, which is a 2-inch.
Okay.
So you want to put your 2-inch mark. All right, second joist is where we're starting. And walk it back into position. Instant deck.
We're just going to be lining up all of our joist packages now?
Yeah. Yeah, right. I'm just intentionally aiming for about 1 5/8 inches off the back deck here. All right, let's grab a 12. Okay, so you come to me. Loving it? There we go.
Sweet.
Okay. We want to make sure that we're lifting right spot. Mm-hmm. Boy, that is nice. That's not even an issue. If we have any gaps that are causing us a concern here, I don't see them. Let's just get these 3 off.
Cool.
That's officially outside the deck.
Okay.
We're going to go with a 2-inch because it's laminated. And then a 2x6. And then another joist.
Wow, that is some noisy stuff going
I am
through
just
that, eh?
eating that, eh? Okay. Maddie! Wait.
What?
We have to move the wood first. We're like the Wile E. Coyote cutting a circle on the floor that he's standing on, right?
Good catch.
Dude.
You're right, eh? Working in the heat.
Oh, well, you get stupid.
Yeah, well, I don't need the heat for that. All right.
Done.
Sweet.
That's all you.
Thanks.
I'll go give everything a tap as we go.
Okay.
All right. How good does that feel?
Pretty good.
I mean, we're kind of committed at this point, but this would be the time for us to figure out if we screwed this up. So this one kind of goes off over here. right? Close enough, baby, because I can build the aggregate up to meet the stairs. So I'm really happy with that. We are about 2.5 inches from the top. We want to be 1.5. The point is, we're going to put this on the finished decking. Bam. Oh, we've got a deck, dude. We are so good.
Nice.
We are so good.
I mean, now here's the ultimate test to see if we know what we're doing.
Okay.
Going to that back corner. I'm aiming for your table.
All right.
Pretty good.
You ready?
Pretty good.
That's not
Pretty
terrible.
good.
Oh, fine, you take it.
Make them run for it. Okay.
Well, there we go. If you follow those 5 steps, you are going to be well on the way to building a deck that you can be proud of. We'll see you in the next video.